Ben, narrow 1-0 defeat against Walsall here, but can you have too many arguments about the score given the overall game?
No, not really. I don't think there was much in it. It was probably going to be a goal either way, and you know, they certainly started the game better than us, and we had to make changes. And then I thought we finished the first half the better side, and looked like the team that was going to go ahead. And unfortunately, we didn't kick on from that in the second half. So we pushed at the end and could have taken a draw, which probably would have been fair on balance. I don't think there was much in the game at all. And the frustration is that the performance is not the level where I think it should be. Yeah,
and obviously we all looked at last week's performance and the good week you said you had in training. I mean, we kind of didn't reach that consistency and level of intensity today.
No, exactly that. You know, as good as we were last week, we were nowhere near those levels today, and that's the frustration. If we're at the level we was last week, we win the game. So we have to work on that. We have to drive this group to get that consistency. And know that when we put a team on the pitch, we're confident that it's going to be at it and intense and turning up, and have that consistency in our approach in our game.
Yeah, and obviously very busy last day of the transfer window yesterday, and now I suppose you've got the week then to embed a player or two into the squad ready for next week.
Yeah, so we can get some work into the new players, and we need to physically get them up to speed. There's always a danger when you're taking players late as we have. Jay, for example, has not played since January, so we've got to get him up to speed. Awura's going to be a great player for this football club, but he's got a little ankle injury which we were aware of before doing the deal. He's probably a few weeks from being available for selection. So, you know, we've got to get them up to speed and before we can get them involved into the team, but we definitely needed strengthening and we definitely needed more depth in the squad.
Yeah, and you talk about getting people up to speed. Manny Egbo seems to have done that very quickly. And was he an ideal replacement for Junior, who went out last night as well? Yeah,
Manny's got up to speed well and has performed consistently since coming in. You know, that's Kel's first 90 minutes of the season, and he'll get better and stronger now as well. So, you know, we've been unlucky with injuries, and obviously we've lost Junior and Osama Ashley from the team from last year. So it's been a tough start and a challenging start in many ways, but there's plenty of time in this season to put it right, and we will do so.
Yeah, and that comes from keeping that belief in what you want them to do and them knowing what they need to do when they step over that white line, and you can't really influence that after.
Well, you know, we're trying to influence and we're trying to help and support, but you know, we've seen how good we can be last week, and it's a case of hitting those levels on a consistent basis.